Kids and sports. Parents come to expect the bumps and bruises, the cuts and scrapes. They even accept that some sports like football can be so demanding that kids taking part need to wear helmets and pads and other protection. But when you're thinking about your child's health, Doug Johnson explains that the biggest risks are to the ones cheering for the team.
One. Good girl. Give me 5 of those.
When you hear the phrase rehabbing a torn ACL, you may think it refers to an athlete like a football player, not a teenage girl. But Chelsea Dilliard is part of a growing statistic. Girls in their teens suffering serious injuries while cheerleading. Chelsea blew her knee out 2 years ago when she was only 14 years old.
Well, we were at a away football game and we were warming up stunts for the halftime routine. And we put her, it was a new stunt we were trying, and she fell, and so whenever I braced to catch her, she twisted my knee inward.
The ACL, or anterior cruciate ligament, is one of 4 major ligaments connected to the knee. If the knee gets overstretched, that ligament will pop. Experts are finding that female athletes tear their ACLs a lot more often than male athletes. And as Chelsea can attest, cheerleaders deal with injuries big and small.
Typically, it's usually a knee injury or your ankle or your foot. Part of that's probably because of all the stunning and the extreme stunning we do, and tumbling is a big factor too, because you could easily sprain something or land something wrong.
A report from the National Center for Catastrophic Sports Injury Research points to high-flying stunts and gymnastic-type moves as a major factor in the big jump in serious injuries to cheerleaders, more than 26,000 in 2007. Those reasons are echoed by physical therapist Marie Hatton.
I'm seeing more cheerleading injuries, especially over the past, few years, just because of the complexity of the stunts that they're having to do. A lot more gymnastics. The stunts are becoming harder. It's just gotten a lot more difficult, and they're going to a lot more competitions.
Chelsea had surgery to repair her ACL. Usually, surgeons have to completely replace the ligament. Then there's the physical therapy to make sure the ligament, and more importantly, the muscles around it, are strong enough to return to action.
I came to Marie and she helped me and she gave me home exercises, and we worked really hard in the gym, and I did everything she told me to, and I just kind of kept testing it and putting it to the limit, and eventually it got better.
5, 4, 3, 2, slow down.
Even though female muscle tissue tends to be more flexible than male muscle tissue, researchers think it could be that very flexibility that makes women and girls more susceptible to ACL tears. That, and girls may not build their muscles the same way boys do.
With cheerleading, the joints need to be super strong, and a lot of times the girls are very limber, and when they're teenagers, their ligaments are lax, which just means they're loose, and the muscles around them often aren't strong.
Now, the group that did the report on catastrophic injuries says that high school and college athletic organizations should classify cheerleading as a sport. That would give it the same rules and safety restrictions as other sports. They also recommend better training and better conditioning.
2, 3, come up and balance. Teenagers and people in general can definitely strengthen their joints by doing balance exercises. I think most people just think they just need to walk or run, maybe do a few little stretches here or there, and they don't realize the significance and importance of doing exercises that require core stability.
Meanwhile, like any other athlete, Chelsea looks forward.
Okay. How do you feel about doing a jump for us? Toe touch?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm pretty much back to normal. Every once in a while it'll give me a problem, but it's typically no problem at all.
Okay, ready?
All right.
1, good job. 2, beautiful, 1 more. 3, awesome.
For Smart Medicine, I'm Doug Johnson.